What you're seeing here are teachers and students using a variety of daily practices that are simple yet powerful. These practices result in an environment where children are able to share their feelings with each other and to resolve conflicts in a collaborative way. These practices have been shown to decrease school violence and bullying, to decrease dropout rates, and to support children's overall ability to learn.
I feel sad. I like Circle Up because we can talk about how people feel.
We help each other with our problems and we have fun doing it.
We get to hear our friends' favorite things. If someone did something mean to you, you can get it out of you.
If you just need to talk about something, you can just talk about it.
And sad because I miss my sister.
Where's your sister?
It is a way for all children to be held accountable for any of the hurts that they cause. They get to experience and hear what it was like for the other person, and I find that that is the most powerful thing.
What draws me to this is it's not really a program so much as it's a true paradigm shift, and it's based in new understanding about human beings.
And so when I started learning about the restorative practice out of New Zealand, I got real excited about it because I'm a former junior high school teacher. And I know from being that junior high school teacher and still doing school consulting that I still get questions from teachers and school counselors all the time. What do you do with this kid? What do you do with this misbehavior? How do you fix this kid? Don't you think we should be harder on these kids? And my response usually is, well, has it worked so far? And usually the answer is no. And so I was really drawn to this and loved the idea of bringing kids together, loved the ideas of circles and community, and having a chance for a teacher to sit back a little bit, not have to fix everything, and instead watch what happens when she allows kids to fix things between each other.
I'm having an issue when I'm trying to read or I'm working on something. Luke's always trying to say, "Hey, Kennedy," and he'll try to tell me something when I'm trying to work. And it really gets on my nerves because I'm trying to do something.
Okay, so it's getting on your nerves and stuff. So how would you like us to help you?
I actually do that, and I am now starting to realize that. So what I could do is to stop bothering her.
I've been amazed at what students do when they're in a circle and they look at each other. They're all on the same level. The teacher is on the same level. It creates an environment or a backdrop for true accountability, because when the teacher is at the front of the classroom and the desks are in rows, there is a hierarchical style of even a visual message. When the students are in a circle and the discussion is equal among all participants, it literally creates an environment where accountability can happen in a way that doesn't typically happen in a school.
I work a lot with school counselors, and a common challenge for them is to have a school-wide impact on mental health. It's very difficult to do with the ratio of students to counselors at every level, elementary, middle, high school. So what really excites me personally about the restorative practices movement is having a systemic or whole classroom, whole school impact in terms of emotional and social development.
What I've seen a difference in is the way teachers are talking to students. It's a lot more reflective. I have seen even students initiate some form of restorative practice sitting in the cafeteria.
It's lowered the numbers of students that have actually come to the office for discipline referrals. The students have a chance to work through a problem that happens in the class without having to resort to being removed from the class.
We had noticed that we had situations where we had some mean girl situations going up. So with the drama that was happening between the students and the mean girl behaviors, we were hoping that this would be another tool that we could use to stop that kind of behavior. But we are eradicating some of that kind of behavior and dropping off our instances of bullying altogether as students learn how to maintain and build relationships with each other.
Circle Time has had a tremendous impact at Silver Lake. What I keep hearing from teachers and what I've observed is how quickly a community has evolved in the classrooms. Teachers have been able to build relationship with students in the past. However, the speed in which it has happened with circles has been tremendous, and that's the biggest difference.
Teacher burnout is a huge issue. What we have found is that a lot of the teachers who are burning out not because they don't love teaching or they don't have gifts and talents for teaching. The issue has to do with the toxicity of the classroom and the challenges of discipline and not feeling effective. These tools that we are bringing to schools empower teachers to create a classroom where teaching can really happen.
Whereas before I had sort of ignored the emotional component of a classroom of kids, I sort of began to embrace that a little bit and open up to that. And I was astonished at, when I was a little bit vulnerable with my students, how they became a little bit vulnerable with me. And for high school students, I don't think that's easy. But I think if you do that carefully, I was astounded at suddenly the buy-in and suddenly the enrichment of the classroom and how much better things became for me. I didn't leave the day exhausted because I had to control everyone. I left the day renewed and having enjoyed everybody's presence in there.
Restorative practice has had a direct impact on the perception of bullying at the campus. It has increased the communication with principals and the teachers and the relationships between students, which has had the most positive impact. What this has caused is an intentional focus on the relationship from student to student, and that's where the bullying takes place. It's between the peers. So restorative practice has initiated that conversation and the dialogue to resolve those conflicts that may result long-term in bullying. So hopefully through having the circle up time and allowing students to talk about their feelings, to talk about things that happen at school or at home, we're able to resolve some of those emotions that when left unattended, they result in long-term bullying.
There's a lot of research coming out right now out of universities all over the world on social emotional learning and the importance of emotion in how we think and what we do and how we pay attention and how emotion flavors every moment. That's the way our brains are designed. And so it would appear that we have to begin to rethink how we do education. And everything that we do now needs to include an understanding that human beings are motivated by emotion. And if we begin to take that seriously, you really have to begin to rethink everything about the way a classroom runs, about the way community works, about the way discipline should happen. And that's what we're trying to do.